NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Yellow. On the line. 80. On left.
54. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
Hey, yellow. Hey, go.
54. Bravo.
Throwing up first down is Mahomes. Open here, Adam Thielen. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Yeah, we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single-covered on game one. It's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Safety, yellow.
Check safety.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
One.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. A screen to Bell. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
First down, Chiefs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switch up, switch up.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors. You gotta go right here. You gotta play big.
54. Echo. Check. Watch the edge.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Hey, Sunday.
54, right? Charlie. All day, dog. 54.
On first down, Mahomes. This complete to Jones.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike, 54. Watch the run. Mike, 15. Mike, 54. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". All day, baby.
Attack.
Now it's Mahomes again. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Let's put that team on the front. Kill. Hey, turn it up. He's checking. Crash. Check 24.
43.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Take it.
Attack.
54's Mike. Check. Fellas, let's go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
First and goal, Kansas City.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies. Where are they, team? Watch the shit. Watch the blue dot corkers. Blue dot corkers. Watch. Whip. Watch the whip. One. Undercrunch. He's coming. Double up.
Now a first down carry by Bell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
H3, 218. Chopper. One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He finds Beckham complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on first down. Bell, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go. Kill. One.
On first down, it's Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
80 weapon. Switch.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Mahomes now on first down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Mahomes now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shift.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Keep playing hard.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Yeah, I got you. Tight dog.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 32 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Makes the score Chiefs 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
53's the mic. 50.
They go play action. Mariota. They'll let it go. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
One.
To throw is Mariota. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Easy.
57, Mike 57.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Watch right there.
Hey, 43, 15.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 36 yards out. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 36 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. So we're at halftime in this AFC Wild Card matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 4, check 4.
Yellow, yellow.
Check 15, check 15. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
You better be afraid. Relax. 43.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. I'm here all day.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Buzz, all day, every day, any day. 53 is the mic. 53.
Play action now. Mariota. It's complete to Chris Conley. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1-2.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second and inches, Mahomes. Jones has it, and he'll go down at the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First down, Chiefs.
Switch it.
Here's Jones. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Easy. Check 25. Check 22, jet bomber. 22, jet bomber. Quick dash. Come. Check your hot read.
Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Let's get it. Motion.
On third down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's Mike.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Bell. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Mariota, rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mariota now. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Off the play fake, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They're going to get about 3 here out of this before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's a 3rd and about 7 with EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Jones. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll buy some time right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope.